here is Flames wide receiver DJ Stubbs. We get ready for the matchup with Old Dominion coming up here this weekend. DJ, you guys went on the road, got a big win at Troy this past week. How exciting was that to go out there on the road and get one done? Was it tough?
It was, I wouldn't say tough, but it was a very fun game. Just the back and forth that we had with those guys. Those guys was a good football team. They brought they threw out different looks at us. Coming in one look and then thinking we was gonna have the same look and then run a play for that look, and they jumped into another one. So just that chess match that we had with those guys was just a fun game for me. Just playing those guys a second time, being 2-0 against those guys. And then just after the game, just seeing coaches that, kind of recruited me when I was in high school, and just hearing some of the guys that's on the team now, Jolly and Demario, we from the same city, so, we ultimately got recruited by the same guy, and ultimately he told us the same thing. Hey, come springtime, we're going to offer you, and, springtime came. They never offered us, but, God got us in this position that we in now to ultimately have us 2-0 against those guys. So I'm grateful for the spot that I'm in and just the opportunity that I had to go show those guys, like, look at what you missed from me to Demario to Jolly,
And Coach Freeze said after the game this past Saturday that you guys, he thinks you guys kind of have an understanding now of the offensively as a whole, like of what it takes now, how to practice, how to prepare. Because there have been some sputters in the offense, I guess, in practice last week and even going back to the camp. Do you feel like that collectively you guys kind of maybe learned some lessons, came together a little bit after that game at Troy?
Yeah, it ultimately started in practice that week. We kind of started off kind of sluggish the first 2 days, but just us being able to, just our coaches being able to be honest with us, and then us going and being able to be honest with our coaches, that was really big for us, and just us being able to communicate, understanding what needs to be done, and then on the same side, understanding, like, for the coaches aspect, understanding, like, how they're going to get the best from us as well, So once we, had those honest, tough conversations, that ultimately made us gel even more and bring back that the knowledge that we had of the offense. There was some kinks that we needed to work out, especially with the warp packages, just wanting to go fast. But with that, wanting to go fast, we used to think that, for smaller receivers, we had to go to the field and things like that. Now we just, let's line up and get this play going. So, just getting that better understanding of the offense and what Coach Freeze is thinking overall just helps us be a better offense all around.
Let's go to Damian next.
DJ, this will be the first time you guys have played Old Dominion since that 2018 opener, your breakout game, and any fond memories coming back from that game and the way you guys came out and dominated them, and are there any familiar faces over there from that 2018 game?
I just want to say, oh man, sorry, but yeah, that was, like you said, a breakout game. Like, I didn't even expect to do none of the things that I did. I didn't expect to have 7 for 155. Only thing that I could say I expected was just going into the game knowing that I would be the number 1 H that game. But just the things that happened that game just was out of my hands. It was all into God's hand, and I could just feel my brother who passed away. He was there with me. So that game was just those guy and my brother just being there alongside, just I would say just doing it for me, because I didn't think of, like, I knew I could do the things that I did, but I just didn't think that would be the game. But looking at some of the people on the defense, I mean, they look it look a little bit different. Yeah, they have a player here and there that's that was playing in 2018, but it looks like a pretty good defense. They got newer faces, newer guys, but it's a couple of guys in there that's still there that we're gonna dominate again. So
yeah, go back to that game, DJ. you scored the first FBS touchdown in program history. I mean, a 35-yard pass with buckshot. Did that kind of set the tone not only for that game, but you feel like maybe for what was to come?
Oh yes, sir, for sure. Just that one little opportunity that I had just changed a lot for me that season and just showed me like, look, you here and you can play. This is the level that you can be at, or that you can play at. So and I could see it like from that point on that season. It was just an uprise from there. So I could honestly tell like that was a game for me that honestly solidified to myself like I can really play at this level, and that really gave me that confidence to keep going out and doing it game and game and game again.
John, go ahead.
Hey DJ, you mentioned your relationship with Demario and Jolly, and you guys all from Jacksonville area. What about your relationship with Demario? You guys both play the same position. You're a few years older than him, and you guys very similar type players, explosive, can score just about any time you touch the ball, punt returners. Are you guys close off the field? What's you guys' relationship?
Our relationship is like we're blood brothers. Yeah, like if that makes sense. Like it's like he came out the womb with me. You feel me? It's one of those type things. And I can honestly give credit to it. I'm gonna give credit to D Kane because D Kane is the one that once I first got here, he showed me the ropes. He took me up under his wing. He told coach, "Hey, put DJ in this game." I'm talking Baylor game too. Put DJ in third down. Let him. And from that point on, it just helped me just seeing his leadership translate over to now I'm in that same role he's in. So now I feel obligated to make sure that my little brother is up to date, up to par on everything. I want him to succeed as bad as I want to succeed, and that just vice versa. We talk to each other like there's not I don't even think like. Yeah, we compete with each other, but it's more like, oh, who gonna shake the most people? It's not, oh, I'm competing for your job and da-da-da. No, we want each other to get better. It's more like, honestly, to us, I don't think it matters who starts, because at the end of the game, it will still look like, oh, DeMario got 35 plays, 36 plays. I have 34 plays, 35 plays, anything like that. Like we bouncing off each other. So the more that we can play together and make it hard on the defense, it's just gonna make us better. Cause we two explosive dudes. I don't see nobody stopping us, and us working together, you gonna have a problem. I promise.
Damien.
Damian King was from the St. Petersburg area, different part on the different side of Florida. But being Florida connections, is that where that bond helped with you getting on the field early?
Oh yeah, for sure. We got a little term that we like to call it. We don't say we from Florida. We say we from the crib. So everybody that's from Florida say they from the crib. So that just being from Florida, like even with Damien, even with Johnny, all the guys, Trayshawn, all the guys that's from Florida, Cade, those guys, like, yeah, we have different backgrounds. Yeah, some might be lower, some might be upper state or whatever, but we all come together as one because we are from the same state, and that just bonds us even more, because even though some is from North Florida, South Florida, or wherever we're from, it's like, it's pretty much the same low key, like all throughout Florida, and we all have that same grind and determination and hustle, just because of certain situations that we went through growing up in Florida. So, that just makes us, works even harder and just pushes each other even more. And like just coming in, just knowing that you from Florida just will ultimately give you that relationship, because you understand the background that person has been through, because you're from there as well.